A brand new blood sugar breakthrough has been found.
All the researchers analyzing this new breakthrough say, quote, "This is clearly an extraordinary discovery."
Medical experts are calling this the holy grail of health for all those suffering with high blood sugar.
They are now warning this natural daily blood sugar trick may be too powerful and cause too rapid weight loss.
Over the last 3 days, we've had reports of hundreds of people whose doctors have advised they can come off their medication or insulin.
Our team fully believe that this natural solution is most certainly the safest and best option to reset blood sugar levels and lower body fat in a very short space of time.
It's now confirmed over 193,000 Americans are now using this discovery every day with incredible success.
Yes, definitely. This looks like it is the answer to millions of people's prayers.
The following story is very painful and embarrassing for me to tell, but God has given me the courage to do so. Because what happened next saved my life, the lives of tens of thousands of men and women around the world, and could save yours too. Where I would go on a dramatic journey to discover a breakthrough pinch method so controversial, it's never been revealed until today. And so powerful, it's scientifically proven to target the real root cause of your unbalanced blood sugar, increasing belly fat, and premature aging. That, as you'll see, has nothing to do with genetics, age, family history, or even eating too much sugar or carbs. This shockingly simple, effortless pinch method, known only to the inhabitants of a tiny mountainous Mongolian village, gets to work within minutes to rapidly and completely reset blood sugar levels. And after years of failed diets and feeling hopeless, in just weeks, miraculously healed every single symptom of high blood sugar, melting away 74 pounds of ugly, sugary fat in the process. Going from this to this, my blood sugar reading a healthy 117, saving me from the imminent threat of heart disease and vision loss, relieving me from the stabbing nerve pain in my feet and legs, and restoring my youthful energy, hope, sex drive, and zest for life that I thought I would never enjoy again. My doctor giving me the all clear to throw my medications, test strips, and glucose readers in the trash, leaving world-renowned professors and research departments speechless, and every person with high blood sugar desperate to know my secret. And not just me, my wife Maria used this method herself this morning to balance her blood sugar levels too. I watched in amazement as she torched away 2 pounds the very first night. And in the weeks that followed, her confidence-robbing cellulite vanished as she suddenly lost 37 pounds of toxic, sugary fat from all over her belly, arms, face, hips, and thighs. And yes, she still ate all her favorite foods like brownies, pizza, cheesecake, and ice cream to become this sexy, gorgeous, and pain-free woman I am proud to call my wife today. Free from her unbearable stress, anxiety, and depression. Yes, as unbelievable as it sounds, this is all possible with a 10-second, easy, quick, and safe pinch method every morning that goes against everything you thought you knew about diabetes. You see, they want you to believe your uncontrolled blood sugar is your fault, that you're broken. But it's not your fault, because in the next 2.5 minutes, I will reveal the identity of the real cause of your high blood sugar. As proven by a groundbreaking new study published in the prestigious Lancet journal, this is the real root cause of all 3.2 million new cases of type 2 diabetes last year. A little known but highly dangerous toxin found on every country on earth that ruthlessly invades the cells of every woman and man, especially those over 40 years of age, who are finding it impossible to balance blood sugar and keep fat off their body. The simplicity of the solution will surprise you and may anger you. A strange, straightforward, and practical pinch method that you can do starting today to quickly flush out this dangerous foreign toxin and reset your blood sugar level for good. Yet, it has nothing to do with stabbing yourself with another needle, crash dieting, counting calories, or even extreme exercise routines. And it has helped me, my wife, and over 193,000 everyday women, men, mothers, fathers, and grandparents who have tried every single diet and medication under the sun with no success to finally take back control over their health.
I've been using this 10-second method daily, and now I've lost 35 pounds. I finally feel light on my feet. I have healthy blood sugar levels, It's been a total life transformation.
I had no hesitation in trying it at all. Best thing I've ever done for myself.
I'm so glad we tried this natural method. It made complete sense.
Absolutely. It was like someone had opened the door and suddenly you were free.
We feel like we can finally truly live our lives.
Exactly.
Do the things that we hadn't done for years.
It's been only a couple of weeks and my blood sugar has stabilized. It's a healthy 124 now. I've gone down 4 dress sizes, 4. It's fantastic. I feel so confident in my own body. And yeah, the nasty side effects, gone. My daily pains and aches, all gone. I now wake up happy. I have bundles of energy. This method, it's seriously completely changed my life and saved me a fortune in medical expenses.
I didn't realize the answer was staring me straight in the face. There's a way out of this, an easy way out. The best part is my son and I go hiking, bike riding, and fishing, and he thinks I'm a pretty cool dad now.
Amazing. Every single day, I get new success stories from people around the world who have had amazing results just like this. You may be feeling skeptical. You may not believe me yet, but all I ask is just watch the rest of this short video. Try this once-in-a-lifetime method for yourself today, the way I did not long ago. Because just as I can promise the sun will rise tomorrow morning, so can I promise this will work for you too. No matter if you're male or female, 18 or 80, 10 pounds or 100 pounds overweight, or whether you've had high blood sugar for 5 years or 50 years. The truth is, you and your doctor simply do not know about this unconventional breakthrough. I can guarantee it. And until now, that's been the problem. It's been hidden right under our noses, kept from us by the folks we trust to make us better. U.S. citizens pay a huge $327 billion a year to manage their type 2 diabetes. And Big Pharma is scared. Trust me, they do not want you to see this video because what I'm about to reveal could destroy their business model overnight. The same business that traps you into taking medications for the rest of your life. I honestly don't know how much longer I'll be able to keep this presentation online. So listen up, because we don't have much time. This information will save your life, or the life of someone you love. Today, I'm offering you the chance to finally hit the reset button and balance your blood sugar. Just imagine, no more worries about blindness, heart disease, or stroke. No more worries about falling into a coma or waking up with brain damage. No more wasting thousands on insulin or medications. No more worries about being a burden to your family, emotionally or financially. No more shame about how you look and what they really think of your body. Instead, you naturally balance your blood sugar the way nature intended. You eat what you want, when you want, guilt-free. You melt pounds of toxin, sugary fat like clockwork from your belly, hips, and face. You support new healthy arteries, heart, strong bones, and fertility. You lubricate your joints and burn deadly visceral fat around your organs. You slip into skin-tight, sexy clothing, the kind you never have dreamed of. And you restore your youthful energy and vitality, renewing your skin, hair, and nails, and turbo boost your sex drive, making you look and feel decades younger. And with your healthy new body comes a bulletproof immune system and the rapid reversal of every symptom and sign of aging and disease. Does that sound good to you? So close the door, get a pen and paper, and make sure you stick this video out until the very end, because I promise you, you can quickly balance your blood sugar levels with nothing more than 2 of your fingers with this bizarre Mongolian pinch method that I'm about to reveal every morning. Yes, it really is that easy. Hi, my name is Brian Cooper. I'm no doctor, I'm no nutritionist, I'm no Harvard University researcher. You know who I am? I'm you, a real person. I'm a 54-year-old retired sergeant in the United States Marine Corps, and I live with my wife, Maria, in Davenport, Iowa. We have 3 incredible children and 1 beautiful grandson. I've spent my entire adult life in battle. I've completed tours in Africa and the Middle East. And my experience of combat is good news for you, because although you don't know it, your entire life has been spent waging war against a hidden enemy that's been attacking your blood sugar levels, a battle you're still losing. Fortunately for you, a bizarre chain of events handed me the weapon I needed to defeat this invisible blood sugar enemy for good and save my life. So how did I do it? Telling my story is deeply emotional for me, but God compels me to do so. It started about 8 years ago. I was happily married to my wife, Maria. We were enjoying life and taking our health for granted every day. I was still serving in the military, working out of Rock Island Arsenal Army Base. As one of the fittest guys there, I helped soldiers prep for the Army Combat Fitness Test, a tough process for any recruit. But I noticed with each day, I was finding it harder and harder to keep up with the top guys. Soon enough, even the rookies, and eventually the heaviest of newbies, were soon outrunning me and outlifting me in the gym. I could barely climb a rope or wall anymore. I was also feeling thirsty, dizzy, and hungry all the time, especially hungry for sugary food like ice cream and chocolate. Embarrassed by my deterioration, I went to see Dr. Chapman back home, and shockingly, I was diagnosed with unbalanced blood sugar. It didn't make sense. I was a healthy guy with barely an ounce of fat on me. I couldn't believe it. I'd been an athlete in my youth and had spent the best part of 26 years in the military. Dr. Chapman prescribed me some medications to support healthy blood sugar. Great, I thought. I'd be back training at the base in no time. But things got worse, a whole lot worse. It didn't take long for the side effects to kick in. Weakness, muscle pains, abdominal pains, heartburn, bloating, you name it, I had it. Still, I trusted the doctors and continued to let their treatments help me. But as the years rolled by, my energy levels, vitality, mood, and general health and well-being rapidly went downhill. And although the doctor's treatments were supposed to help, I piled on more and more weight. Fed up, I tried every diet under the sun to balance my blood sugar levels the natural way. Low carb, keto, paleo, and fasting. I even tried the impossible 600 calorie a day diet that left me feeling weak and tired. And I'm not going to tell you that these strategies didn't help my blood sugar. They did work a little, but like so many people, I couldn't stick to any of them. And every time I felt upset or bad, I turned to comfort foods, and it was over. And even then, it didn't feel right. My weight gain wasn't what caused the unbalanced blood sugar. The unbalanced blood sugar had caused my weight gain. Within 5 years, I'd put on a huge 75 pounds. I was so heavy and out of breath that due to my health, the Army agreed to grant me an early retirement, and I left my job, my life, and all my brothers that I'd known since I was 18. And if that was bad, things were about to get a whole lot worse. I began to suffer from sharp stabbing pains in my right leg and foot. My blood pressure increased, so more meds from the doctor and more side effects. And I'm embarrassed to admit, but I found it impossible to be intimate with my wife, which she thought was her fault, and left me feeling more depressed. You see, I know exactly what you're going through. The shame, the guilt, the constant medications, the tiredness, the anxiety. I get it, because I lived these feelings every day. And although I trusted the doctor's treatments to help my blood sugar and weight, I found myself unable to fight the intense cravings for sugary and starchy foods that overpowered me every day. One evening, I picked up our home phone to make a call, but heard Maria on the line already. She was speaking to a friend, how she felt so guilty, but she just didn't find me sexually attractive anymore. It was all too much. Until one afternoon, I collapsed in the kitchen and woke up in the hospital. I came to, feeling cold and groggy, just in time to overhear what the doctor was saying to Maria. Maria, your husband has been lucky, he said. When blood sugar gets too high, you pass out, fall into a coma, or even die. Brian may not be so lucky next time. You should prepare for that. He doesn't have much time. Maria burst into tears as she hugged our children who'd come to visit me. I could see Maria scared and hopeless at the thought of losing me. I started sobbing too. I kept thinking of my daughter Alice's upcoming wedding in the next few months. Would I even be alive to see her get married? Who would walk my beautiful daughter down the aisle? I'd never see the pride and joy on Maria's face as her only daughter gets married. All the missed birthdays, anniversaries, and vacations away with our grandchildren. I was supposed to be the protector, the man, but I felt nothing like it. Maria tried to give me hope. She put on a brave face, but every day I knew she was worried. She knew the stats. People with high blood sugar have a 1 in 6 chance of falling into a diabetic coma, a 1 in 4 chance of having an arm or leg amputated, a 40% chance of developing vision issues. They're 4 times more likely to have a heart attack and are at high risk of stroke, kidney failure, and even cancer. Scarier still, 8 out of 10 of those with memory loss have high blood sugar. Maybe you too are already experiencing memory or vision issues. It's truly frightening. As I lay there on the hospital bed thinking about my future, I knew I had 2 choices. 1, I could accept my fate. I could continue to burden my family and cause them pain, worry, and anguish. I could be angry at the world and how medicine had failed me. I could do nothing. I could surrender. Or 2, I could choose to fight back. I could do what I'd been trained to do my whole life. Never give up. Never give up on your family. Never give in to the enemy. Fight, fight, and win. If I'd survived fierce gun battles with suicidal jihadists wielding AK-47s, I could sure as hell survive this. It was the easiest decision I've ever made. I wasn't going to stop until I had defeated my unbalanced blood sugar for good, whatever it took. A friend of mine connected me to Dr. Frank McMullen, an independent blood sugar and anti-aging specialist with 29 years experience. He'd worked exclusively for top celebrities, many you'd know by name. He had signed photos of many on display throughout his modern office. He was one of those rare people who exuded charisma, warmth, and intelligence. When we first met, he greeted me with a firm handshake and a big smile. "Well, Brian," he said, "it's well known that high blood sugar is caused by something called insulin resistance. Take a look at this image. I'm sure this cycle sounds very familiar. You eat your food, that's at the top there. When you eat, the food is broken down into glucose and absorbed into your blood. Your pancreas produces hormones that signal your body to take the blood sugar, the glucose from your bloodstream into your cells, where it can be used for energy, for metabolism. However, something happens. Your cells obstruct the hormones. And in turn, instead of getting energy, you store these excess sugars in your blood as fat, causing tiredness and hunger. And hunger means more food, and the cycle starts all over again. And over time, as insulin resistance increases, your pancreas has to work harder and harder to produce more hormones to try and keep your blood sugar balanced. But as your pancreas cannot keep up, your blood sugar gets higher, and your symptoms and energy levels get worse and worse while you put on more and more weight. This is the exact cycle that you are in right now, Brian, and have been for years, if not a decade. As you can see, high blood sugar is a symptom of insulin resistance. Imagine you stub your toe. You first stub your toe, and secondly, you feel pain, right? The pain is the symptom of your hurt toe. The pain is signaling to you something is wrong here. This is the same situation. High blood sugar is just a signal that something is wrong, a symptom of your insulin resistance. And that is why I never prescribe exercise and diet for unbalanced blood sugar, Brian. They are simply a Band-Aid for your symptom, the blood sugar, nothing more. In fact, did you know Americans have actually decreased their consumption of both sugar and carbs over the last 15 years? And yet rates of insulin resistance have continued to rise. A recent report published by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention predicts that nearly 1/3 of all American adults will be diabetic by 2050 if things don't change. To really reset your blood sugar levels, you have to go after the root cause, insulin resistance, not just treat the symptoms and live as a continual victim of the disease. That's why these drugs are such a cash cow for the medical industry. They do nothing to address the root cause, insulin resistance. You are still trapped in the cycle. Drug companies make the most profit by having people completely dependent on their medications for life, buying new prescription refills month after month. According to a recent study published in the journal Pharmacoeconomics, a person with type 2 diabetes will spend an average of just over $283,000 to treat the disease over their lifetime. And that's just one person. It's big business, and a business they will fight to protect. In fact, Brian, several big pharma companies have been caught red-handed bribing doctors to push their blood sugar pills on people who don't need them. They butter them up with cars and vacations and then get them to push the drugs on their patients, said Dr. McMullen. I could imagine the greedy CEOs laughing as they cashed in their multi-million-dollar bonus checks at the expense of people like you and I. It made me sick. So what causes insulin resistance, Doc? I said. Honestly, Brian, we don't know, he said, nor why this has happened only in the past 60 years. Look at this graph. Insulin resistance barely existed in the 1940s. So Brian, I know you are suffering, but remember, it's not your fault, he said. Surely it's because we're eating more, getting fatter, right? I asked the doc. Actually, no. Believe it or not, we've had overweight men and women for centuries, all the way back to the ancient Mayans. And remember this cycle of insulin resistance? The belly fat comes after the cells obstruct the hormones, not before. And Brian, remember that your dramatic weight gain started only after you started getting unbalanced blood sugar, not before, he said. It all made complete sense, and I thanked Dr. McMullen for his time. But I kept wondering, if uncontrolled blood sugar was simply a symptom of insulin resistance, what was the cause? How did you or me get insulin resistance before all the symptoms began, and why had it only started in the past 60 years? For weeks, I scoured the internet, visited libraries, and read through hundreds of dusty old medical journals. I visited universities, spoke to doctors, endocrinologists, alternative therapists, and even Chinese herb doctors for help. But I found nothing new, and I was close to giving up. But still, I prayed to God every night for a miracle. I firmly believe that what happened next is proof that he was listening. I got a surprise call from my superior at Rock Island Arsenal Army Base. They needed an experienced Marine Corps sergeant with training experience to supervise the field training for Conquest, a peacekeeping field training exercise in Mongolia hosted by the UN and Mongolian Armed Forces. They asked me to go along, and I couldn't refuse. So as one last commitment to my country, I took the job. And I thank God to this day that I did. After 14 days of training exercises, we decided to drive off-road to an area called the Altai in the northwest of the country to understand the culture in the area. It was barren, cold, and windy, thousands of feet above sea level. Here we were, hosted by a group of local villagers for the next 7 days. They were the most energetic, hardworking, and friendly men and women I'd ever met. Even the 80 and 90-year-olds were bouncing around like children. Among them was the 67-year-old cook named Isin. It is common for Mongolians to not have surnames, and Isin means good health, and he certainly lived up to his name. To show respect, the soldiers and I ate the food prepared for us and participated in the local culture and events. As the days went on, I noticed something. I felt better and better with each day that passed. I woke up with more energy than I could remember. My sugar cravings had vanished. I was active all day, helping build wooden yurts, hauling supplies between camps, and mustering livestock. After dinner, I checked my blood sugar, and it was the healthiest it had been in years. So that morning, I took Isin to one side, and I told him my story. I pleaded with him to tell me what he was feeding us. Isin smiled, patted me on the shoulder, and told me to wait where I was. A few minutes later, he returned with a notepad and pencil and began to scribble down what looked like a recipe, complete with a list of strange plants and herbs, most of which I'd never heard of. This secret recipe has been in my family for generations, he said. Eat these ingredients and you will be fine. With that, Isin stood up, gave me a knowing smile, and went back to his stove fire. Only then did I remember that Isin and the villagers would season every meal with this unique mixture of plants and herbs. They would keep a close eye on it all day. To them, this health-giving mixture was more valuable than gold. Flying home, I held that piece of paper so tight in my hands, my fingers went numb. And the minute I was home, I began researching the ingredients in Isin's recipe. First was a species of white mulberry, native to the mountains of Mongolia in altitudes of over 2,000 meters, that Mongolians have made tinctures and delicious herbal teas from for centuries. Turns out, white mulberry leaves are loaded with powerful antioxidants that support healthy arteries, liver, inflammation levels, and improve good cholesterol by as much as 19%. But more importantly, a 2019 study found they detoxify the body and protect it against oxidative damage caused by tiny ambient air particulate matter called PM2.5. Now, stay with me here because this is where it gets very interesting. PM2.5 is a complex mixture of extremely small particles and liquid droplets in the air. These invisible particles have a diameter of less than 2.5 micrometers, which is about 3% of the diameter of a human hair. They travel in the air from construction sites, cars, fires, power plants, and more. And soon enough, we are inhaling them. I'm talking nasty, toxic metals like lead, nickel, cadmium, and arsenic. And because they are so small, these toxic metals slip past your lungs' defenses and can enter your bloodstream and wreak havoc in our cells. Pretty scary, right? And I wasn't sure what that had to do with your high blood sugar until I began to search deeper and struck gold. An undiscovered study of 3,080 participants with an average age of 56, published only 2 years ago by the American Diabetes Association, concluded our results suggested an association between PM2.5 air pollution and insulin resistance. Scarily, they also found the prevalence of hypertension, heart attacks, stroke, and medication intake were also higher in those exposed to the PM2.5. Another little-known study published in the National Institute of Environmental Health Science, headed by Timothy O'Toole, PhD, had gone one step further and tested PM2.5 exposure on mice. They discovered that upon exposure to PM2.5, the mice quickly developed insulin resistance and thus high blood sugar levels. Then I found another study that made everything crystal clear. A study by a team from the Washington University School of Medicine linked PM2.5 pollution, even at levels deemed safe, to insulin resistance worldwide. Publishing their findings in the Lancet Planetary Health, they not only concluded a definite association between PM2.5 and insulin resistance, they confirmed that last year, all 3.2 million new cases of type 2 diabetes were due to dangerous air pollution, concluding that the global toll of type 2 diabetes attributable to PM2.5 air pollution is significant. Dr. Ziad Al-Ali, the study's senior author and assistant professor of medicine at Washington University, went on to say, our research shows a significant link between PM2.5 air pollution and insulin resistance globally. We found an increased risk, even at low levels of air pollution currently considered safe by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the World Health Organization. This is important because many industry lobbying groups argue that current levels are too stringent and should be relaxed. Evidence shows that current levels are still not sufficiently safe and need to be tightened. Incredible. You've been breathing these dangerous particles into your bloodstream for decades. They enter our cells, disrupt the way they're supposed to function, including causing insulin resistance. I wondered what the air quality was like for us in Davenport. Couldn't we just move somewhere to escape the PM2.5? I did a search and found a map created with data from the Environmental Performance Index showing the PM2.5 levels across the US. Wow. Is that a scary picture? Nowhere seems to be safe. There's not a green spot to be seen on the map anywhere. And our home in Davenport? Well, that was smack in the middle of a red spot. The World Health Organization now reports that 92% of the world's population is breathing in air deemed unhealthy. In fact, every corner of Earth is now covered in PM2.5 pollution. It is inescapable. You see, this is the real cause of your insulin resistance. Not carbs, not sugars, not diet or exercise. Remember this graph? We see insulin resistance started around the 1940s. Now look at this graph of PM2.5 pollution levels over time. Look familiar? Notice the rapid incline at 1940 matches exactly when insulin resistance spiraled out of control. Finally, it all made sense. And guess what? While the level of pollution in Mongolia was the third highest in the world, nearly double than the US, I found out they actually had one of the lowest levels of insulin resistance, the same level as healthy countries like Greece and Sweden. It must be because of these traditional plant ingredients they eat. It would explain why Eason and his villagers, who even though they lived in Mongolia in an extremely polluted environment, never had high blood sugar and didn't have an ounce of fat on them. As I finished reading, I felt like I wanted to cry. Not because I was sad, but because for the first time in years, I felt hope that I could actually help myself and help get our life and our relationship back on track. But don't go out and order an overseas delivery of white mulberry leaves just yet, because that's not even half the story, and not enough on its own to win the war against PM2.5 damage and unshackle you from your blood sugar stress. You see, second on Eason's list was a Mongolian delicacy overflowing with a nutrient called alpha-lipoic. And guess what? Alpha-lipoic acid also protects and restores PM2.5 damaged cells. It detoxes toxic PM2.5 metals, such as cadmium, and can support healthy nerves and cholesterol, and reduce oxidative stress. And then there was bitter melon that detoxifies PM2.5 metals such as arsenic, nickel, and lead, and supports a healthy liver, your most powerful detoxifying organ. One study found daily bitter melon can dissolve fat deposits and lead to a significant decrease in belly fat. Next, licorice root, with over 300 antioxidants that detoxify PM2.5 pollutants, including cadmium and toluene, and is a great remedy for reducing pain and preventing heartburn. Plus, a whole host of other plants and nutrients like Gymnema sylvestre, also known as Gurmar, Hindi for the destroyer of sugar, stimulate your pancreas, reduces cravings, and helps control blood sugar levels. This plant also helps lower bad cholesterol, reducing heart attack risk. Turns out the blood sugar lowering drug metformin was actually derived from this safe and natural plant. Juniper berries, a potent antioxidant eaten by as far back as the Romans to boost stamina and strength, help soothe sore joints, reduce pain and aches, and detox dangerous free radicals. A food high in taurine, a powerful detoxifying nutrient that switches on the energy switch on your cells, rapidly boosting mood and vitality. And banaba, a plant abundant in corsulic acid, an antibacterial and antiviral nutrient that researchers found lowers blood glucose levels and slows the body's breakdown of starches into glucose to help maintain steady blood sugar levels. In the end, Eason's recipe included 12 natural ingredients clinically proven to detoxify the body of harmful PM2.5 pollutants that exist in every corner of our planet, in turn addressing insulin resistance and balancing blood sugar, all while helping melt toxic, sugary fat, cleansing and fortifying the kidneys, liver, joints, brain, vision, nerves, and heart. I could not believe what I was seeing. A proven solution to target the root cause of unbalanced blood sugar, yet my own doctor or the medical industry never told me about it. All they wanted to do was keep adding more meds. Excited, I wanted to start myself right away and share this solution with all those who need it. But I came across a big problem. It took me days to source all the ingredients from the recipe, thousands of dollars to buy them, more time to manually extract the potent seeds, leaves, and roots one by one, then measure them into the right required ratio in the recipe. And by the time I was finished, I was exhausted, and I barely had enough of the mixture to last a few days. I understood now why Eason and the villagers were so protective of his mixture. I needed help. So I got back in touch with Doctor to the Stars, Dr. Frank McMullen. This is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, he said. Your research is 100% correct. This new breakthrough addresses the one true cause of insulin resistance, PM2.5 pollution. When you target and flush out these toxins, your body can naturally restore its delicate functions, so you will effortlessly drop pounds of fat as your blood sugar is balanced and your insulin resistance is addressed. I'd love to help. So Dr. McMullen sourced all the necessary ingredients and nutrients in bulk from some of his most vetted, trusted, and certified suppliers around the world. He then contacted one of the leading brand new manufacturing facilities in the USA who agreed to put all the ingredients into a single, easy to swallow vegetarian capsule every morning. Better still, Dr. McMullen had taken Eason's ancient recipe of 12 ingredients and got to work, researching further. He found another 7 superfoods like cayenne, yarrow, and cinnamon, and vitamins like vitamin C and E and biotin actually made the recipe even more potent. In total, 19 plant extracts and nutrients made this plant formula 400% more powerful than the original recipe consumed by Eason and his family and friends in the Altai at balancing blood sugar. That, if taken alone, would have little effect, but when formulated together in the correct amounts and consumed at the right time of the day, would produce life-changing results. We are all affected by PM2.5 at different rates based on our body types. That's why some people get blood sugar worries faster than others, and why you, Brian, have a level different than your wife, said Dr. McMullen. Unfortunately, the human body has not evolved to synthesize its own detoxifying nutrients to clear out this new threat, the PM2.5. It's only been around for the past 70 years or so. So the only way to truly break free of insulin resistance and balance blood sugar is with this daily capsule and these 19 essential nutrients, he said. The best part was, because the proprietary blend is 100% natural and the facility where we produce our capsules is FDA registered and GMP certified, I didn't have to wait for approval. And as soon as the first batch was made, I started right away. I admit, I was still a little bit skeptical. But by the grace of God, did it work fast. Every morning, my blood sugar got better and better. My weight dropped 2 pounds, 1 pound, 2 pounds, 2 pounds. I felt sharper. My belly was getting flatter and flatter. My pants were looser. My hair and skin were healthier. My joints were smooth and supple. And before I even had time to buy new jeans, 74 pounds of toxic, sugary fat had melted off me, like taking a blowtorch to butter. My sugar cravings vanished, and my metabolism was like a fat-burning furnace, no matter what I ate or drank. I was sleeping deeper and woke up every morning with all-day energy, wide awake and ready to go before my alarm even went off. Soon enough, my blood sugar was consistently hitting healthy at 117. The most amazing thing was watching my stomach, watching the belly fat I'd been fighting for years and years shrink away to nothing. Maria was back in love with me again and enjoying me and my new body. I felt so grateful and fortunate to finally experience what life should have been like, what I had been missing out on for so many years. And all it took was 10 seconds of my time and 2 of my fingers to pinch up a tiny veggie capsule every morning with breakfast. I went to see Dr. Chapman. His face went from concern to outright astonishment as he looked at my results and my brand new body. Your blood sugar is the healthiest it has ever been. This is beyond exceptional, he said. Not once has someone come in here and I recommended they come off their meds. Looks like you're the first. Can you imagine when your doctor tells you the same? How will you feel? That evening, I threw all my test strips, glucose readers, and medications in the trash. It was like a time machine taking me back 10 years before this nightmare began. I could have a dream retirement with the energy to play with my wonderful grandchildren. I could go out to restaurants and not have to worry about how tired I would get or what food I could eat. That summer, I saw my daughter get married. I welcomed another new grandson into this world. I am man enough to admit I burst into tears. Memories I could only have dreamt about not long ago. I was desperate to get the formula out to as many people as possible, but Dr. McMullen warned me that one person wasn't proof that it worked. So we put adverts online and recruited 1,214 people. They had to be over 40, struggling with blood sugar, tired, hungry, and experiencing typical symptoms. The results were way more incredible than any of us could have ever imagined. Within just a few weeks, all 1,214 people experienced a reset of their blood sugar levels. Energy levels soared. Dangerous visceral fat around organs vanished. Brain fog lifted. Nerve pain vanished. Stress and anxiety disappeared. Sex drive returned and rocketed. They supported new, healthy hearts, arteries, and blood pressure. Many reported seeing their abs for the very first time in their lives. They felt freedom. A total of 97% of participants went on to lose an average of over 47 pounds of fat. The average blood sugar at the end of the trial was 121.
I've been struggling with high blood sugar for, I'd say, 20, 25 years, so a long time. Well, from day one, I was told I had to live with my blood sugar. I had to, just take what they gave me and don't question anything. Try this drug, try that medication. I felt like they were just guessing, playing a game of Russian roulette with my life. And I was scared of losing my vision like my mother because of it. But still, I just did what I was told best. As the years passed, I seemed to get worse, not better. They kept increasing my medication, but it did nothing for these painful pins and needles in my feet. Nothing for the fact my blood sugar was all the way up there. It didn't make sense. And it affected every aspect of my life. It controlled me in everything I did. In fact, I put on over 100 pounds during those years. I look back and I feel sorry for myself. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't fair. The worst I think is the impact that unstable blood sugar has on your relationships. You know, your marriage, your kids or your grandkids. I mean, I didn't talk about it much with my husband, but the way I felt every day, I was overweight. I felt slow and old. We were close to separating. We'd been married over 25 years, and I thought my blood sugar was going to destroy everything we had built together. I thank God every day I found the Altai Balance video. Everything finally made sense. What caused my high blood sugar in the first place and how to break free from the cycle. I feel, well, incredible. I feel like I've woken up from a dream. I thought I had lost this feeling forever. I feel like I'm 30 again. So yeah, my blood sugar levels are healthy and the doc confirms it. Oh my, it felt amazing. You should have seen his face. He said to me, just keep doing whatever you're doing, Sarah, as it's working. He said, I don't need any medications, everything is normal. Nothing can harm me now. You know, nothing can break me or my marriage. And yeah, I've already lost 70 pounds. I'm well on my way back before this whole nightmare began. I'm happier than I've been in decades. I can't thank Brian and all of you enough for this. It is, thank you.
I've made it my life's mission to help as many people as possible take back control over their blood sugar and their health with this never-seen-before breakthrough formula. And now that you've seen how it's worked for me and everyone else, I want you to see how it works for you. I'm honored to introduce Altai Balance, the one and only all-natural anti-aging proprietary blend that targets the true root cause of your unbalanced blood sugar. Altai Balance is the only product in the world with 19 of the highest quality natural and ancient detoxifying nutrients and plants in the exact quantities scientifically proven to target insulin resistance and, in turn, balance blood sugar for both men and women. Every Altai Balance capsule is manufactured here in the USA in our FDA-approved and GMP good manufacturing practice certified facility under the most sterile, strict, and precise standards. These capsules are vegetarian, non-GMO, safe. There are no dangerous stimulants or toxins, and they are not habit-forming or tolerance-forming. Nothing like this has ever been created in history, and no discovery like this will come around again. Resetting your blood sugar with Altai Balance is so easy to do, a child could do it. Yet, it's more powerful than any diet or exercise on the planet. This formula is not only incredible for your blood sugar and waistline, but helps support a healthy heart, brain and joints, boosts energy levels, and much more. So you'll also be improving your overall health at the same time. And the best part is, there's no need to completely change your diet or starve yourself. Here we are, ready for you to finally get the blood sugar, flat belly, and slim body you've been dreaming of and which you deserve. 193,609 people have already had life-changing results with Altai Balance. Take it now and achieve the same dramatic improvements in blood sugar yourself. It really is that simple. And you can get access to everything in the next 90 seconds. So if you're ready for something big, something new, something exciting, then it starts right here by you taking a stand and saying, yes, I'm ready for the change that Altai Balance can bring into my life. So ask yourself this: what would you pay for a clinically proven solution to radically transform your life? To hear your doctor tell you that your blood sugar levels are perfectly normal? To restore the freedom of your younger years? To have your friends jealous of the amazing changes you've made to your body? To save thousands of dollars on medications? To never feel like you have to deprive yourself of your favorite foods? Or to burden your family with worry about your health? Imagine that for a second. Really let yourself feel what that would be like. Doesn't it almost take your breath away? And then tell me, how much would that be worth? $10,000? $5,000? Although Dr. McMullen recommended I sell a 30-day supply of Altai Balance for $997, and my wife Maria suggested $597, and although it's already helped over 193,609 men and women who would happily pay triple that amount after seeing the results for themselves, this isn't about the money for me. I know what it feels like to feel your health slip away. To watch as your blood sugar takes control of your life as you take more and more meds and pile on more and more fat. And not being able to do anything to stop it. I don't want this for you. I feel blessed to have found this amazing formula, and now I want to share it with you. The truth is, all I'm trying to do is cover my costs and keep this website running for as long as I can, so as many people as possible can benefit. The last thing I want is for price to be a factor in your decision. So even though I will soon charge $297 for a bottle of Altai Balance, you won't have to pay that either. You are here watching this presentation and showing me your trust. And since you want the absolute best for yourself and to live the healthiest life possible, for a limited time only, you can get a 30-day supply of Altai Balance for a simple one-time fee of just $49. Yes, just $49. But before you order, as you've seen in the studies today, the doctors and Dr. Frank McMullen, who have researched these 19 natural ingredients, recommend you take Altai Balance for at least 90 to 180 days to ensure you fully address insulin resistance and reach your optimal blood sugar levels and desired weight, and lock in those results. So to guarantee the most life-changing results, I'm going to let you order 90 days worth of Altai Balance or 180 days worth today at an incredible limited time discount, which will save you even more money on today's special low pricing. As I said, this is special pricing only for today or until our limited run of inventory runs out. The price of our nutrients is rising fast due to demand, and we're selling our current stock very fast. More reason why picking up 90 to 180 days worth of Altai Balance is the smart decision. And yes, your order today is a one-time payment and no auto ship subscriptions or hidden charges. We dislike those as much as you do. Look below now. If Altai Balance is still in stock, you'll see your 3 money-saving options below this video. Select your package and click the button to proceed to our safe 256-bit secure order page that looks like this. Then fill in your order information and confirm your order, and we'll get your Altai Balance package sent directly to your door right away. Remember, Altai Balance is only available on this page. It is not available for purchase anywhere else on the internet, and it's not found in stores. I've eliminated all middlemen to get you the very best pricing available. This is your one and only chance to get your hands on this exclusive blood sugar balancing formula. I hate to say this, the clock is ticking. Why would you waste a second more when the solution is right at your fingertips? Make your choice below right now. And if you're a little skeptical that this can work for you, I completely understand. After all, you've been lied to your entire life into believing that medications, diet, and exercise are your only choice to break free from insulin resistance and balance blood sugar. Because, of course, the $327 billion diabetes industry will never tell you that there's a quick, easy, and natural way to reset blood sugar and torch fat. So here's what I'm going to do. To prove to you that this formula works and you have absolutely nothing to worry about, I'm going to give you a 60-day risk-free money-back guarantee. If you don't experience a dramatic reset of your blood sugar levels, if you don't see the fat melt off you day by day, if you are not abundant with energy and enthusiasm as your insulin resistance is addressed, or even if you change your mind for any reason at all, even if you use up the entire bottle, and if you still want to get your money back, it won't be an issue. All you need to do is contact us within 60 days, and we will refund you the purchase price right away. That's right. We're giving you a full 2 months to decide, 2 months to test drive this miracle formula. Sound good to you? Truth is, some people aren't ready to balance their blood sugar and experience life-changing benefits. And that's fine. If that's the way you feel, then feel free to leave this website right now. This solution isn't for you. But if you're ready to transform your entire life, then all you have to do to claim your discount and take advantage of this amazing deal is choose your package below right now. No hidden fees or subscriptions, no auto ship, just a safe and secure one-time simple fee. Altai Balance is only available for purchase on this page, so choose below right now. And remember, your order is 100% protected by my 60-day money-back guarantee. Okay, it's time to take action. You might not know it, but you're at an important crossroads in your life right now. And you really just have 2 options, leading to 2 very different lives. So listen closely as I tell you what your two options are so you can make the right choice for you. Option 1, you can continue as you are and choose to do exactly what the mainstream healthcare system want you to do and carry on taking your meds. But by doing this, you'll never be free. Medication was never designed to cure you. It was designed to manage your condition so that you remain trapped on the medication merry-go-round until the day you die. That's the way the big pharma-backed treatment system works. It locks you into a lifetime of drug dependency. The average diabetic will spend $283,000 to treat the disease and its complications during the course of their lifetime. That's the financial cost of doing nothing. The human cost is far greater. That feeling of hopelessness, of being trapped in your body, of feeling yourself getting heavier and more exhausted and more fed up with your struggle, with your weight, and with your body every single day. You'll try desperately to lose weight with diet and exercise, but remember, no amount of diet or exercise or anything you have tried up to now has had any chance at working, and now you know why. What about the risk of coma, heart attack, stroke, nerve damage, kidney failure, cutting your life short by years, even decades? Is that really a risk you want to take to save a bit of money? Truth is, I know you are sick of seeing your ugly, sugary belly fat staring at you every time you look in the mirror, of pretending it doesn't bother you and that you're okay with the body you have right now, of yearning to know what it's like to have power and control and energy like you did when you were a kid. Until your final days, you'll be a burden on your family and friends. I know you don't want that, and I don't think you would have listened to me up to this point to just give up now. I know I'm being hard on you, but if you sit there and do nothing about blood sugar, this is what happens. I don't want you to feel bad. I just don't want this to happen to you. There's a way out of this. The doorway to a life where you're free of blood sugar worries is right in front of you. I've opened it for you. You only need to walk through it, which is why I want to take a second here and seriously consider taking option 2, where you can say goodbye to your blood sugar worries for good. You can start enjoying life again. You can enjoy your favorite foods and desserts again without worry. Think about the tens of thousands of dollars you'll save when you stop the meds and test strips. What will you spend it on? College for your kids? The best vacation of your life? Or even a beautiful new house? You can live a long, happy life with the energy you need to do what you enjoy most. You can take vacations, eat at restaurants, play with your children or grandchildren. You can be free. All it takes is investing in a one-time payment in Altai Balance today. In a lot of ways, it's the easier road because all it takes on your part is deciding you love yourself enough to say yes right now. Simply choose your package below, enter your payment information on our secure order form right now before life gets in the way, and claim your spot in the Altai Balance family. Remember, we recommend a 90 to 180 day package for the best and longest lasting results. This is a one-time payment. There is no auto ship or hidden subscriptions at all. Over 193,000 Americans have balanced their blood sugar and burned away thousands of pounds of toxic sugary fat. This is your chance to join them. But time is running out. This limited time special discount will expire at any moment. So act fast now and make the right decision. Make the only decision you can make, both for yourself and your family. Choose your package below and put Altai Balance to the test, completely risk-free for a full 60 days, and start enjoying your precious life the way it was meant to be enjoyed. The only place you can purchase Altai Balance is right here on this page. Look below. Choose your package now at this limited time pricing. This has been Brian Cooper. Thank you for listening. Hey, still here? In case you have questions, I've collected a few of the most common ones here to answer. I want to make sure that you feel confident and comfortable with your decision to order today. So, number one is Altai Balance right for me? I get this question a lot, and the answer is always the same. Do you have unbalanced blood sugar and stubborn fat that you've tried to shift, but nothing's worked? Because if that's you, then AltiBalance is absolutely the right choice. Will it work for me? In a word, yes. There has never been anything else like AltiBalance in history of health. AltiBalance is the world's first and only anti-aging nutritional protocol that targets the true cause of unbalanced blood sugar and stubborn fat. AltiBalance is the only product in the world to contain 19 special nutrients in the exact amounts scientifically proven to address insulin resistance in both women and men. Burning fat, restoring your health, and turning back the clock simply could not be easier or more automatic. Is AltiBalance safe? AltiBalance has been taken by thousands of folks with no reported side effects. The only side effect is having to spend money on new, tight-fitting, sexy clothing. And AltiBalance is a lot safer than starvation diets or hours of high-intensity cardio at the gym because you are restoring your body's natural hormone response to food rather than disrupting it further. Addressing insulin resistance is the single most important thing you can do now for long-lasting blood sugar results now and into old age. All the ingredients are extremely high quality, manufactured in an FDA-inspected state-of-the-art facility using the latest equipment, and then on top of that, they're put through additional third-party inspections and quality control so you can rest assured that AltiBalance is safe. And as always, if you currently have a medical condition or you're taking other prescription medication, I advise you to show a bottle of this to your doctor before you take it, just to be safe. Why hasn't my doctor told me about this? Your doctor is most likely a good person. He or she just doesn't know about this shit. In the past, we've seen it take 5 to 10 years before doctors start recommending treatments that are effective. Have you got 5 years to wait? 5 years of pain and suffering? 5 years of being a burden and not knowing how long you've got left? Other doctors have proven this method works. You've seen the proof. You can try this nutritional solution starting today with no risk. How many bottles should I order? Research shows it's best to take AltiBalance consistently for at least 90 to 180 days to experience optimal results and to ensure you reach your desired blood sugar levels and weight, and make sure you lock into your results. Therefore, we strongly recommend you take advantage of our 3-bottle or 6-bottle discount packages. We're only able to guarantee this special pricing for today or until our limited inventory runs out, and we're selling out of our current stock faster than anyone could have ever anticipated. The fact is, we guarantee you'll never be able to buy AltiBalance cheaper than today, which is another important reason why picking up at least 90 to 180 days worth is definitely the smart option. What is the best way to take AltiBalance? Simply take 1 AltiBalance capsule every morning with a glass of water at breakfast. AltiBalance is going to work with your body to naturally adjust you back into healthy levels. And it's going to leave you energized, well-rested, and just overall enjoying life again. Will I be billed anything else after I order? Absolutely not. Rest assured, this is a one-time payment only. This is not an auto ship program of any kind. There are no hidden charges or subscription fees whatsoever. I've always hated that stuff as much as you do. What if it doesn't work for me? I'm confident that AltiBalance will give you the powerful support you need to target insulin resistance. But I also know that no two people's bodies work the exact same way. So a small number of people might find it doesn't give them all the benefits they were looking for. And that's why every single bottle of AltiBalance comes with my personal 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. If for any reason you're satisfied with your results, you can just return what you haven't used for a full, no questions asked refund. I hope I've answered any of your remaining questions, and by this time, I hope I've given you the confidence to order your own supply of AltiBalance today. You can go ahead and do that by just choosing your package below and completing your AltiBalance order now. Remember, we are only offering the special discount pricing below for a limited time. We highly recommend you get at least 90 days supply, and if you can, 180 days supply of AltiBalance for optimal results. All orders are a one-time fee with no auto ship. Your order is 100% protected by our 60-day money-back guarantee. So just go ahead and click the button below. Complete your checkout, and I'll be talking to you soon. Imagine a world where your blood sugar worries no longer exist, where you are back in control of your health, in control of your life again, where you feel freedom for the first time in years or decades, freedom to do what you want, when you want, freedom from all the anxiety, stress, and fear that your blood sugar has upon you. Can you imagine how that would feel?